Warning: this podcast may contain adult content or language. It also might contain content that could be seen from others as uncomfortable or upsetting due to personal reasons. If that is the case, then please proceed with caution or stop the video, as we at the table are comfortable in most circumstances. This is a safety blanket meant for all individuals watching these episodes, as it is unclear what story content will be displayed. Hope you enjoy the story.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to DoubleTime. That name will probably change in the future, but we don't know yet. We haven't decided. Where we last left off, we essentially, as Anna knows, we explored the diverse realm of succubi and incubi, and were essentially pushed into a deal we couldn't accept or couldn't deny.
Mm-hmm. Diverse,
as well as witnessing, as well as witnessing a horrible, horrible murder in a Iron Maiden.
Yeah. We met some key players in the hierarchy of hell, and we are deciding presently on who has our best interests at heart. Spoiler, it's none of them.
Oh God, no! Not even remotely. It's like, oh man, do I take this really crap creature's favor, or do I take the really powerful one that will probably betray me in the future later on? Decisions.
Yes.
But where we immediately left off was Anna was sleeping in stone, as she does very often, and woke up from a dream with this snake devil, or snake god-like creature that was bleeding demons from it, or devils, sorry, pit fiends and horned devils, before saying, "How curious," and then, poof, I woke up popping out of the stone. From there, Jester now is taking hold after creating food, sitting inside of the bag of holding now. 45 pounds and 30 gallons of food and water are sitting inside of it. So, Jester.
Yes.
You come to very rejuvenated after a long rest. And, being in the back of the mind, you don't actually sleep, but you don't see or sense anything in that span of time, as Anna is also just unconscious. During that moment, you woke up. A bunch of food was now stuffed into your bag of holding, and Ben and the two half-elven women kind of just sit around you wide-eyed after you popped into the ground.
Why? Hello. I will never get used to that.
Immediately, the two women just kind of look down, dejected. So I can assume that we're dealing with you now? The other one? The one that that didn't remember us.
Who are you? No. I'm just kidding. I know exactly who you are. Would you like some food?
You can see that all three of them now kind of just are ecstatic. Oh, please, we not gonna lie, couldn't even eat it. Could not stomach what we were eating. And Ben just kind of looks to the rest of you. I was living off of that for a month.
You thoroughly disgust me.
Anything else would be far better. Starving is a close second to it.
Gather around, just you three. I'm being facetious.
You see some kind of people are like, okay, and then they start, and after you're like, nope, just these ones, they start to go upstairs and walk away. You're actually kind of left pretty alone in here.
Very good. I hold out the bag. Now, reach into the bag. Don't think about hands. Hands are not what you want. Think about food, and I can guarantee you it's in the bag.
The little sister is kind of, the quote-unquote little sister, by 30 seconds, steps forwards. This isn't real, is it? You were messing with us? She sticks her hand in the bag and it's empty.
Think about it.
what am I supposed to think about? Fucking fried chicken? And then her hand pops out with a small fried chicken drumstick. Her eyes immediately like, holy shit! Immediately, Ben just goes, oh, please, I would do anything for a bread bowl. And it pops out this bread bowl with like a bunch of like several different like vegetables and stew put into it. Those two start to immediately eat and quickly realize, oh, it's all for show. But I'll take it. And they just start to chow down.
Good.
The older sister goes in. I don't know how to feel about this, but And she just thinks very long and hard before suddenly the bag gets very briefly heavy and then immediately lightens as she's now holding a basket of apples. Somewhere a basket appeared.
Impressive.
And now it's just a basket of apples.
I am impressed. Take your apples. I reach into the bag and I'm like, what do I want to eat? I'm just rummaging around.
Human hand.
And for a split second, the man's hand pops into my hand and I pull it out, realize it's the guy's arm, look around, shove it back in, and I pull out, a pancake.
You put your signature pancake with the Jester's logo atop it.
Hell yes.
You pull out basically a short stack of pancakes. You dig in, quickly realize, no, they don't taste like anything, but at least it's good, and it's much better than what you looked at before.
Yes. How is the food?
The three of them kind of look confused at the near sinister Jester just talking to them. It's delicious in comparison.
Awesome. There's more in the bag. Like literally 40 pounds of food. So, eat if you want, I guess.
Ben goes, no, and he goes in and he pulls out. He essentially just keeps thinking about food and it just starts popping out. So he's got like two handfuls of pancakes. He thinks again about another bread bowl and a third one just pops out. He thinks he's got like 2 bread bowls that are in his hands.
Okay, calm down. We gotta maintain inconspicuousness.
Oh, okay. And he just shoves them back into the bag of holding. So they finish eating. You all get your nice good amount of food in. Sustains you. You have 30 gallons of water.
Would you like some water? I reach into the bag and I pull out a faucet, like a really long-necked faucet from the bag.
It's like one of those cartoons where they pull out like a ladder. You just start pulling it out. And there's like a hose attached to it. It's basically like you've created a tap for fresh water inside of the bag of holding.
Would you like some water?
Completely shocked. I didn't even turn on the fucking thing. Oh well, that was like a few minutes. Big whoop. They just hold out essentially the bowls of food that they were given before. You can clearly see that they cleaned them out to just throw out what was in them with promise of better food. They took our water skin, so we don't have exactly a way to hold it.
And just, chug from the tap. It's sterile, I assure you.
Ben is just full gung-ho. Oh, absolutely. And he just kind of like sits under it, basically beer keg style. Just chugging along at some very, very clean and refreshingly somehow cold water.
The entire time I'm just thinking to myself, there's 2 dead bodies in there.
He doesn't need to know that. They did. Yeah, they don't need to know that. The two women will not drink from it.
Would you like a cup?
Just, you can put them into this bowl. That'll be fine. We'll drink from this.
All right, drink deep from the bowl.
So you just pour in some more, some water. It's a very brief moment where it's like it pauses, kind of shake it a little bit, and then it starts to push out more water. Yeah, they get their drink full as well. There's only 29.5 gallons left of water in there.
Is everybody content?
That was so much better than what they gave us.
Very good. I attempt to muscle the faucet back into the bag.
It's pretty easy. You just push it back in, basically like a step ladder that just pulls out of a bag.
Good.
Like a magic trick. Thank you for everything that you've done for us. Ben still chowing down on his bread bowl. Oh yeah. Thank you. I didn't actually. It's Anna, right?
Kind of. I'm her other side.
Cool. Doesn't matter to me. Thank you for the food.
No problem, my dude.
This is gonna help with my work today.
Nice. Well, have a good day. Don't die. I'll have more tonight, I guess.
How long does that food stay?
Anna? It's a day, isn't it?
You hear in the back of your mind, yes.
A day. It lasts a day. Yes.
Well, I mean, hey, 3 square meals may taste like nothing, but it'll still be better than what we got. So, I can't thank you enough.
I give him a high five.
You hold out your hand for a high five with kind of hesitance. He claps your hand.
Nice.
Out of fear of you kind of possibly moving it from not handshaking him earlier before. But,
Hey, that wasn't me.
So he after finishing stands up, stretches some. I need to get going, otherwise death and all will probably soon follow. We have our things to do and best get to it. Stands up, starts going up the stairs.
Well, whatever. Oh, we work together. Ha 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 ha.
Yes. Ha 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 ha.
Wow. Mimicry. The lowest form of humor. I am upset.
Usually it's flattery, but
Flattery is humor?
Let's go to work. And they both just kind of begrudgingly start going up the stairs. Completely annoyed with having to talk to, Jester.
I follow them. Very closely and talk to them the whole way.
You're an animal. You're pulling a Din Anna here, I see. So you make your way up there. They very quickly just kind of ignore you.
Wow, rude. After all I did for you.
We just want to get our job done before we, potentially die.
Fine.
Don't want our last words to be you talking about how you got this elven woman to do yoga and she outbested you.
Elven woman. Yoga? Yes.
It's talking about the time where you got Chalet out of her plate armor and or half plate armor and got her to do yoga. And then she quickly trounced you in yoga.
I am much better at yoga. There are no witnesses left alive to dispute this claim.
Oh, sad.
Very. I cry every time.
But, so you make your way up the stairs, and immediately, as you start going up and up and up, more devils start to emerge. the floors themselves are pretty much barren after a certain level of going up, and you clearly gather they're out doing their jobs for that day. You make it all the way up to the stairs, and in front of you is several people just going through the hallways, different corridors. Yeah, there's devils, slaves alike, the whole lot.
Very nice. I'll
The two half-elven twins start to just go down the hallway, making their way towards the archive.
Yeah, I'll just head there. I got no one else to talk to, nor do I want to talk to anybody else.
Fair enough. So you make your way there. You quickly... It's not very far. It's pretty quick to get there, but once you are... The two twins open the doors, go inside. You can see Ilinara is there doing... She looks to have like an inkwell and quill. The inkwell has this solidified dark crimson color to it, and it's pretty massive. It's like it's almost in like a vase, and it's, if it was to be like a flower pot or a vase or anything, it'd be very small. So it's in comparison to a normal inkwell, it's nearly 3 times as big. And as you three kind of emerge, hello.
Why?
Glad
Hello.
you all made it back.
Yes.
She kind of gives a glance over to you. Today will be a little bit different. A lot of paperwork is going to need to be filled out. So, come sit around.
Oh boy, paperwork. My favorite.
Yeah, she snaps her fingers, and 2 more chairs kind of just emerge with the same texture as the previous. And she moves the inkwell into the center of the table.
I take a seat with the chair backwards, so the back of the chair is in my chest, naturally.
Okay. So you pull that, you twist it over, slide it forwards. She, for both the 2 elven sister, or 2 half-elves, both sit down in normal posture, rather than your prepubescent school kids pose. And
how rude! I still sit with that sometimes. You monster!
You could. Anyways, after a few moments, she comes back, slams down nearly a probably good like a foot to 2 feet tall stack of papers. And places a quill in front of each and every one of you.
Nice.
This is release forms of previously deceased slaves, previously deceased low-leveled workers of our stature. Any of the important ones you will pass on to me, so that way I can give my proof of signature and proof of approval. Any other lesser ones is on your discretion. It is your job to determine whether or not the paperwork is required. If not, burn it.
Wow. Metal. I like it. What is the threshold for important people?
What was that? I'm sorry, you kind of cut out there at the end.
What is the threshold for important people?
Mostly if they are dead, we toss it.
Oh.
No need to keep records of that. If someone's demoted, generally that's keep, and you have to give the proper signatures in the respective locations. I'll leave that to you to determine where that's required.
Fine.
The beings of great importance, which is very evident, as you can eventually find, are ones that you need to beyond, that are too far beyond your signature. So bring them to me.
Fine.
I have other matters to attend to, so I will be back soon. But set a pile aside.
Alright.
Know that if you are abusing this gift or power, you know what follows.
Sounds
She
like
gives a
good
brief
time.
wink to the three of you. Yeah, she just gives a wink.
Okay.
Well, I'll be back. Be sure to be finished within an hour or so.
Okay.
But after she says an hour, the two half-elven women look at both of the about like a foot and a half tall stack of papers in front of them, and with an expression you can very easily determine as "oh fuck."
Very good. Fuck.
And after that, she stands up from the table, goes out the front door, and doors slam behind her. As the doors close, you just see the younger sister of the two just slams her head onto the table. What the fuck are we gonna do?
Hey.
This is even more vague than yesterday.
Do you two know how to write?
Well, we know how to write, not write fancy, but we know how to write.
Can you teach me? I'm lying, by the way.
Oh, God. Make a deception check. I was like, does Jester really not know how to write? This is going to be a problem otherwise. You were tricking the DM there.
15.
Yeah, with a 1 and a 2, they believe you.
Wow.
Do you not know how to write? Like, no, seriously, do you not know how to write?
Why don't you demonstrate for me?
They both look at each other, eyes wide, with, oh my god. We're with an idiot. Here, and she grabs the first paper, and then there's immediate concern. Because being at your level, you're not able to see the top of the paper unless you kind of lean upwards to look at it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah. So, I mean, the seats that you're on are less of like massive chairs and more like stools, pretty much. So you're pretty small to the ground. So it's not like as big as you're worried about, but it's still pretty massive. She puts the paper into the center of the table. Do any of you read this? And it is in gibberish to you.
I do not believe I read or write infernal. That's a problem.
This is infernal. She looks at it. But you're a tiefling. How do you not know what?
I can do this, and I reach into the bag. Never mind. I don't know how to fucking read or write this shit.
But you're made of this shit.
Wow, racist.
I'm sorry. It's been a stressful morning already. I'm not looking forward to dying because I can't read.
Hey, you want to see a magic trick?
No.
Come on.
Oh, I want to get this job done.
I'll expend one of our shape changes and turn into Ben.
Oh God. Okay. So this grotesque sound starts to just. Okay. Interesting notion.
Oh, the band. Oh shit. Uh-oh.
So
A smaller Ben.
Okay. So your form begins to increase, and very quickly you realize, oh shit, as the band doesn't break. It's still tight, and as your form began to change, the blood was cut off from your hand. It starts to turn bright red because he's human, so it normally is already like pretty pale toned and like it's darker and tanned because of like what he's been doing, but other than that, it starts to just get boiling red.
Ugh.
And eventually you're just like, no, and you lower your form back to your normal state, and the blood immediately kind of courses in. Your arm's pretty numb for a brief moment, but you look like Ben, and you sound and talk like Ben. The two girls freak out. The papers start to just like shake, and some of them kind of fall off into a pile and just like curl downwards.
Ta-da!
Put them back into a state.
I wave my hands. Ta-da! Worth it.
What the hell are you? Notion for another time. We have no idea what we're doing.
None whatsoever. We're all gonna die. I can feel it. What do you want me to say?
I don't know. You usually have something.
Well,
They
sorry
both
to
start
break
to,
it to
they
you.
both just start to like tear up and start to like cry out of fear.
Hey, look, keep it together. We're gonna figure something out.
We can't read. How are we gonna determine anything?
Must be some kind of test or a trick or something.
She starts going through the top of the layers. They're in a bunch of different languages.
Anna.
You're in the back of your mind.
Anna.
We have those books.
I reach into the bag and pull out Infernal for Dummies.
So you pull out Infernal for Dummies, and it's a very rudimentary way to determine a few of the caricatures. It's not going to give you the whole
God.
knowledge you need to read, but it's going to give you some bits and pieces. It's like bathroom, library. After reading it for the better part of like a few minutes, you quickly, well, if you want to do that, you can kind of glean over some of it.
Sure, I will attempt.
Okay. So you look over it, and so as you pull out the book, and it says Tiefling for Dummies, or Infernal for Dummies, the two elven women are like, what else do you have in that bag? You've been pulling dead bodies and food from it? What the hell?
Do you want to know
This
what I
is
keep in the
this
bag?
is very plot convenient.
Do you want to know what's in the bag?
Yes.
That's Mm-hmm. I pull out a human tooth.
Oh God. So you pull out the human tooth. Both of them, at this point, aren't surprised.
It's my own
They're
tooth.
just... This is your tooth.
Yeah, I lost one. Oh, that you can tell.
Yeah, you got it back, it seems.
I kept it.
Gross.
What am I supposed to do with it? Leave it? It's a bone. I like bones. You want to see some
Anything
bones?
else useful in there?
Oh, I wish we still had that child skeleton. Whatever. I pull out the fine clothes. We have these. Really absorbent for blood and stuff. Don't tell Anna that.
I can hear you and see everything.
It was a joke.
I have the mask.
I have the mask. I reach into the bag.
Pull out the mask. The dark mask that's just pitch black and just horrifying.
This is my mask. There are many like it, but this mask is mine.
Both of them just put their hands over their face and... Okay, well... You work on this. I have limited knowledge on Orc. And my sister has limited knowledge on... What are you good at again? I can read, little folk words. So gnomish, such. So...
Yes. Do it.
And I mean, we know Elvish. I don't know what you know.
I know many things. Many languages, such as, but not limited to... Give me a second. Common. Naturally, I am an expert at the language, yes.
I disagree, but go on.
Fuck you. I love you. And Elvish.
Oh, well, that's not that useful anymore. Well, hopefully we can get through the most of this.
I say I disagree. In common?
They both just start going through their papers, and you can quickly see that they're just gleaning over it, signing, throwing things into fire, signing, throwing things into fire. They're flipping through pages as fast as possible, only really glancing at each individual page.
I take the first one in Infernal.
Okay, with your limited knowledge from the book, this has been over the course of, like, we'll say about, 5 minutes. You're looking over it, and looking over it. It still doesn't make too much sense to you. You don't understand. You picked out what a name is, and you can see the name is one that you have never heard of before. Not from any of the people, nothing of the sort. As well, make an intelligence check.
6.
You're looking at it. That either says godly or putrid. You're not sure which.
If I know my devils, and I like to think I do, this means neither of these things, and this means a race car. I sign the paper and throw it away.
And throw it away?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you sign the paper and throw it away, the two elves, what are you doing? You're supposed to just burn the ones that are useless.
It was useless. To
Then
me.
why did you sign it?
I like to keep things entertaining.
They're both just panicking and just quickly going through as much paper as they can to make them look better than you at this point.
How rude. I fed you and this is how you treat me?
Just do whatever. We need to get going. We don't
I
have much
will
time.
remember this day. When you need my help, I will not be there. And I just work. I don't say anything else to them.
Okay. As you're going through, there's a few moments where you're reading up on some of these other languages. Some of them come up as gnome, and the sister will point out certain things. You know that you can throw that one. You can actually sign that, and certain portions. We'll say make another. This one will be investigation.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Same roll as last time.
Oh, I'm sure. All your intelligence ones, I'm pretty sure, are the same.
14.
14. You quickly gather some of them are pretty important. You stick them to the side for Ilinara. You're going through it at a pretty fair pace, even though you're not knowing most of the languages that are coming up. You've picked up on certain segments that you can kind of glance are either one way or the other. And there is more useless or more of one type of symbol that you quickly gather you can probably throw than a different type of symbol where it might seem more important. And then there's very rare occasions that are unique symbols to you and characters, so you kind of just set those aside normally, just that might be important. You sign the ones that you deem, you toss the other ones. You're just going through it at a pretty fair pace. You're getting down to about maybe half the stack in about 30 minutes.
I gotta pick up the pace.
The other ones they're both just constantly going through. Eventually the inkwell dries up.
Oh, fuck. Is this actually ink?
I mean, it's red.
I sniff it.
It's got a kind of hint of iron to it.
I taste it?
It's blood, yeah.
It's blood. Okay. Well, in that case, hey, you two, look away. Do not look.
Why?
Look away!
Fine! And they both duck away and they look away from each other.
I take the fat old guy's corpse and I slash his wrist.
Oh god. It very quickly pools at the bottom of the inkwell, starts to rise, kind of to sit there. There's a moment where it stops, you kind of have to
I fucking shake him.
squeeze the arm to push more up to him, because he's been dead now for 10 hours.
Oh, no.
So rigor mortis has clearly set in. He's also pretty damp from the water. So, you quickly pool it though, and it's back up to its normal state that it was at.
Okay, good. I stand him in the corner, like I lean him up against the wall.
Oh God. Okay. You don't put him back in the bag.
No.
Okay. So you leave the fat dude in the corner, and the two sisters. Can we look again?
Yes, don't look in the corner.
How are we not able to look in the corner?
Don't look at it. Just avert your eyes.
They both just kind of keep their heads down, dipping the ink on the quills and starting to go again. Make another investigation check.
15.
15. Just as good as before, if not a little bit faster, and you're able to finish your stack in the next half hour, essentially.
Oh, thank God.
Seems you had a little bit more time than just the hour before.
Well, we're done.
You can see that there's a pretty hefty stack that's all signed by you three, and a moderately to pretty much like barren stack for Ilanara. It doesn't look like there's that many. It's in many different languages as well, which is the confusing part. There's just a lot of ash in the fireplace as well.
Okay, we're done. Thank God. Still, do not look in the corner. It is bad. Turn around.
They both just turn around.
Okay, good. Don't listen to what's going on back here. Do not look. If I scream, do not help.
They both just start going off to doing something at the bookshelves. That's it.
Put the bag. No, put the body in the bag. It's like, put the bag in the guy? No.
Here you go, bud. So you put him in the bag pretty easily. It's not like super, super difficult. There's a moment we kind of like push him. But other than that, you're good.
Very good. Yes. I will just sit in my chair and do nothing.
Okay. Time passes on, about like 10 more minutes pass, and the doors open. You can see Ilanara enter. Sorry about that. It took a little bit longer than I anticipated. How did your... Oh, it seemed to have gone well. I will come by and let's take a look. See here. She looks at your papers, kind of flips through several of them, pulls out a few of them, flips through some more. Not bad, not bad. A few mistakes here and there. Very good, very good. And then she just takes the stack and throws it into the fire.
Called it, and I clap and point at her, and then point at the girls, and I point at myself, and then at the fire. Yes.
Called it. You point at them, you point at the fire, you point at you. There's an awkward silence in the room. The succubus just kind of like raises an eyebrow. It's more of a formality. There's a few of them that I needed myself. This was more just to ascertain how much of it was more useful or not. I flipped through it, read what was there. Most of it could have just been burned, but in the end, it doesn't bother me much.
Well, I'm glad that this worked out nicely. Yes.
Now that that's complete, I only have a few other things that need to be handled. One of which is these documents. She takes out the ones that she actually pulled from the large stack. There's about like 5 or 6 of them. She hands two to each, and she hands 2 documents to each and every one of you. I need these to be delivered to the respective owners, if possible. These documents are for, as you can tell, the demotions in their ranks. So if you could hand these to the respective leaders, that'd be greatly appreciated. I will handle these 3 and bring them to my oh my god, my brain. My leader. I can't think of another word. It's not leader, but my boss. I will pass it on, that information.
We're just allowed to go talk to these people?
These documents will allow you entry at least up to that point. Do not overstay your welcome. Apart from that, you are to return back to here when the job is complete.
Okay, sure.
You'll find them inside of this building, so you won't have to travel far.
Very good. I take the papers and I do a backflip and then leave.
So you do a backflip up. So essentially the way that this room is there's like two bookshelves that are kind of like on either side of this bar that is like a little bit of a railing. The steps from the door go down into like the open area, and so you just basically do a standing backflip, trying to go up to the awning essentially. So go ahead and roll an acrobatics check.
In my natural element, 26.
Easily, you just take the documents. Will do. Standing backflip. Looks like you just basically got pushed upwards into a backflip, land on your feet, and then you just walk out the door.
All right. I can't read these fully.
Yeah. Looking at these, they look to be... One of them is Elvish, which is nice. You can see that the document itself states someone that you have not known before. It is a... it is for an individual named Surak.
Okay.
Looking at it, you can read that it's for... There's a list of individuals that are on it, one of which they kind of have like brief job descriptions. One of them was warden of the Lemures, and it gives a reason for their demotion. One of them says warden of Lemures demoted in response to skewering of heads.
Okay.
Skewering of heads that were non-authorized. The other ones are pretty much useless. Some of them are just like saying demotion due to rank, demotion due to rank, demotion due to incessant badgering.
Sounds like Anna, am I right? High five, and I slap myself.
Yeah, high five yourself. But yeah, and it gives a brief location. It says the memorial. Memorial. Trying to think of a place that exists inside of a capital. Fuck. I don't know anything. It just says in the memorial.
All right, works for me.
The other one is in a language you do not know, and
Fine.
it is not in Infernal either.
Fuck. Well, okay. I guess I will go to the memorial first.
Which you're in.
Shit. I guess I'm gonna go look for the dude who needs to be demoted.
They're not for people that are going to be demoted. It's for essentially the leader of the people that were demoted.
Wait, so I gotta give this to the dude's boss?
Pretty much.
You do. Never mind.
So you're giving it to
I'm giving it to.
Surak. You're giving it to Surak
Okay.
because those that were under him are being demoted.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant I had to give it to Surok's boss, and I was like, oh.
No,
Oh.
no. You would not be going up to like Ice Devils or anything like that. You would be going. Yeah, no. You would have to give that to Bell, which is the pit fiend that serves cereal. No.
Okay,
You're giving this to Surak. That's what it says on the paper.
All right. I will go find him, I guess.
Okay. You have no idea what he looks like.
I assume he looks like every other horned devil.
But go ahead and make either an investigation or a persuasion check.
Mm-hmm. 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 7.
Okay. So looking around, you ask a few questions to some devils of status. You initially try talking to slaves. That does not go well. It immediately backlashes, and it looks like you're basically about to be decapitated when they look at your paper and they just give a quick snarl, just and then continue to walk by. You continue to ask more devils, and more times than not, you're not getting information and more of just death threats. But then they don't touch you as they notice that you have a document in your hand.
Oh, I love it here. The smell of the demons hangs heavily in the air. Well, I'm learning nothing fast.
No, you are not gathering any information towards Surok. You travel several times through this location, and you can see that there's essentially like a royalman's court almost that you kind of walk through, and you ask a few people there. Doesn't seem like there was any event going on. They didn't give any positive feedback. You travel further down. There's a moment where it looks to be like almost like a laboratory of sorts. To you, it looks like a torture chamber with like just horrible looking tools and all this crap. But there's no like dead bodies, or there's not even blood in this room, which is which is almost more disconcerting than if there were to be blood in it. But you don't gather any useful information there.
Not good. I guess I have to return to the archive and ask Ilinara if she knows where I can find them.
Okay, so you make your way back to the archive?
Yes.
Okay. As you make your way back after traveling, because this is a massive building, so you kind of have to go through some corridors, go through a few other iron doorways to get through. Some of them are like obsidian based, just like the archive was, and that's where you find like specific rooms, like the laboratory and the royal courts. When you make your way there, you get stopped. Well, more so, someone walks by and they catch a quick glimpse of you, and that's when you quickly realize that it is Sazith, or Sazith, the incubus individual.
Oh no.
Kind of approaches you.
Oh no. No, please no.
You're just kind of muttering to yourself, no, please no. Oh yes, hello.
Why hello. Fancy seeing your chiseled chin here?
Well, this is where I work, after all.
Oh, do go on. Hey, where can I find this dude? And I point to his name on the paper.
Snatches the paper from you, and he's substantially taller than you. Like a good few feet taller than you. Looks at it. Uh-huh. He's demoted. Alright. Yeah, if you follow the, where was his office again? It's on the upper floor. If you go up to, do you know where the star deck is?
Of course. Naturally. Everybody knows where it is.
Clearly you don't. There's a platform that overlooks a very large amount of the city, and by going there, that's where Surok's office remains. Whether he's there or not, I'm unsure, but you could probably just leave the document there if he's not.
Can I roll an insight check to see if he's trying to lie to me?
Sure, go ahead and roll an insight check.
7.
Yeah, he seems pretty honest about it. Doesn't seem to be wanting to hinder you.
Why, thank you. Come walk with me, please. I don't quite know where I'm going.
I'm not gonna I do have some other things to take care of, but I'm not going to say no. Oh shit! Just realized something actually very important.
We aren't actually disguised as...
No, we are not. Now here's the question: does True Sight see through that? I don't think so. I don't think it would.
No, because ours isn't a polymorph.
Yeah, it's not an illusion.
It would make him even creepier if he just knew.
The thing is, he knows telepathy, so I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say he does know, because... Wait, does he know telepathy? I might have been looking at the wrong page. I'm an idiot. I was looking at Aaron S. for some reason.
Fool.
They know telepathy too. I'm gonna say he does know it's you. It is okay, we're gonna redact something. So he approaches you kind of hesitantly at first, but quickly kind of realizes that it's you. And you get the feeling of this draw in the back of your mind as Anna is still charmed by him.
Not good.
So, because that lasts one day, not a long rest. And because of that, they were conversing telepathically.
Not good.
So that's how he knows it was you, is because Anna essentially spoke to him.
Oh, let's see.
Yes.
Anna, you wench.
Doesn't necessarily make too much sense, but that's how we're going to make this make sense.
All right.
By the way, audience, this is absolutely going to happen several times. We're going to easily forget many different plot points, and there are probably going to be several different plot holes. Just be understanding. This entire story is improvised, so it's going to have plot holes. It's just inevitable.
It's the way it is.
I think there already has been several, because I'm pretty sure I had said that there was a 4-digit code on our arm that was branded to us, and that was changed to 7 digits on the armband. Regardless, makes more sense with his. So, he follows you. He kind of like points you here and there to several different directions. He's almost giving you like a tour guide's room, like, to several different points of this. There's one point where he goes, well, if you ever need to find me, this is my office. We could go take a look-see if you'd like.
Maybe on the way back.
That's fair. You do have several businesses to go to. What's the other document that you have there?
I can't read it.
Oh, well, that would make delivering it quite a trouble now, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Do you mind? He holds out his hand to look at it.
Go for it. Don't kill me.
Hands back to you. I can't read this.
Is your sister purposely trying to scare me? Is that why she gave me this?
No, we have several different individuals that write out our documentation.
I can't. How do I figure out who can read this?
Well, the truly useful would find some way.
You know, personally, on a personal level, you're kind of creeping me out. But on a professional level, I respect you. Kind of.
His eyes kind of glance forward at you. He almost like lurches backwards. Not like violently, but he just kind of like is taken aback. Well, I find myself to be quite charming. Difference in opinions, I suppose.
Yes, quite. Now, I thank you for the help you have provided, and I will be off, maybe.
Well, the room you're looking for is right there.
Oh, thank you. I walk up to the room that he pointed out. Is there a name plaque on it or anything?
There is. It's in Infernal.
I bust out the book and I attempt to read.
You're looking at it. Just... There's like an alphabet in it, and you have to spend several like minutes just looking at the nameplate, looking at the alphabet, looking at the nameplate, looking at the alphabet. Make an intelligence check.
Shit. 7 again. I'm cursed.
Looking at it. That looks like a race car. And then you quickly realize this page is a race car. This page does, and you quickly surmise that this is in fact Sirach's room.
Okay, good. I trust my intuition. I attempt to open the door.
It's a fairly massive door.
I shoulder check the door.
Yeah, let's look at the size for horned devils now, shall we? Because it is they're not like too big. It's like the same size door as the other ones, essentially. Because Aranesses are also just large creatures, aren't they? No, they're medium. Oh, so never mind. This is a fairly larger door, but it's not too big. You're able to just easily kind of push one of it and skirt inside. When you skirt inside, it's a expansive hallway. It looks like a hallway, but it's like expansive. So it's like about 30 feet wide, stretches down about 45 feet.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle, to the left of you, is this opening. It looks almost like a glass arch that is overlooking a massive expanse of the city. Throughout going to try to find this, you travel through about 3 different floors. And you're looking out. It's far down. It's pretty far. You're easily on the 4th story of this building. But when you have entered, and that's what immediately catches your eye, there's a very thick wooden desk that's at the very end of this hallway with a massive creature sitting there. You've seen horned devils before traveling around this area, seeing a few of them. He's bigger than most. His horns stretch down to nearly his calves when he stands. He's got his hands pressed down, looking down at the desk. And as he stands, his large wings just kind of furl down. You can see him like flapping and almost like anxiety, almost like anger. And you look up, you can see his face just filled with he's just pissed off. He's got like a massive frown. His eyes are just blazing red. You don't see any like iris or anything. It's just a red color. And he just shouts from this distance, almost as if he's like standing directly in front of you, looking down at you. What is it you need?
I have a letter of demotion for Mr. Surrock. Is that you?
With a quick blap of his wings, he just like launches straight towards you and like comes to a skidding halt. His like clawed feet just cressing into the stonework. Snatch the paper up from you.
Yep. I'll be going. Thank you.
As you're leaving, he kind of places a finger onto your head, and it's almost like it's digging into your skull.
Yes.
For what purpose is this?
I was told by the succubus Ilinara to bring this to you.
What does he think he's doing?
I know it's not my place to say anything, but are you having a disagreement with someone?
To speak of such troubling matters to a lowly creature such as yourself.
Fine, thank you. I value my life, so I will leave. Thank you.
Make a acrobatics or athletics check, because he's got his nail essentially poking at you. He's not trying to keep you in place, but it's enough where he's unintentionally holding you down. Or intentionally, you're not sure.
That is a 17.
There's a moment where he just kind of like lifts his nail ever so slightly and just kind of skirt out the door. You can hear him just slam the door closed with his large wings just flapping. Your heart is just racing from this incredibly imposing figure that was there. You could sense the amount of just power that he held.
I flee. I run.
You essentially run past what was his name again? Zathith?
Sazeth.
Sazeth.
Yes.
Yeah, Sazeth. And you just sprint past him. Like, he was on his way down the stairs and you're already beyond his grasp. There's always like, huh, I'll find him later.
Oh no.
So now you have delivered one document.
Halfway there. 50% to pass.
As far as you can tell, this other one is not infernal.
Fuck.
It is also not Elvish.
Fuck. Do I see a slave that is not either of those races?
Make a perception check.
Yes. Ooh. A 6.
Just double check you're recording, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. Nothing is worse than thinking you're recording and you're actually not. Okay. What'd you roll?
A 6.
Looking around, you are so afraid. You're just looking at everything. Everyone looks like demons to you. Well, devils to you. And you're just freaking out. Just like, that person. You look at a tiefling. No. Tiefling. Then you look over to the right, you see a bearded devil, and you're just like, you just start to panic at every sight. You do not notice anyone else.
Fuck. Shit. I will approach the closest devil, I guess.
The closest devil would be the bearded devil that you saw before. If you still wish to go up to him.
Yep, I guess I have the paper proof, so I'm safe, I guess, for now.
Okay. So you go up. It's disturbing because when you approach, from a distance, his beard was stationary. When you approach, they all kind of just slither into different directions, and he like raises his head to look down at you. Essentially, like he raises his head in almost like a more proud demeanor. He's the same height as you. He's maybe like a few inches taller. He's not like massive, but he's just looking at you.
Hi, sir. I have a question. I can't read this. And I hold up the document to him.
Doesn't move. He's just looking at you. The tendrils still like flapping around. It's disturbing because they look almost like ironclad and just thick plated, but then they're just slithering, like it's metal bending and scraping around, just sliding into different places. It's very disturbing.
All right.
Looks at it. What the hell do you want me to do?
What does it say? Who is this for?
I can't read.
Thank you. I will be off.
Okay. You walk away.
Did I get the document back, or does he still have it?
Oh, you just held it up.
Okay,
to him.
good.
He didn't actually take it.
Okay.
He didn't actually take it.
I had a horrible fear for a split second that I left it.
No,
with
you
him.
did not give it to him in any fashion. You held it up, is what you said.
Okay, good.
If I recall.
Yes. Fuck. Shit. Anna, I need help.
As far as I can tell, it's in. Hold on, let me look at my languages because I don't think I know this language either. Proficiencies? Is that what it's going to tell me? Yes. Oh, that's not useful. It appears to be. Which one was this? Okay, again, where was my list? Damn it! My list of languages. Where did it go? Give me a second. I'm right there. Just have to scroll. It appears to be. I'll also roll for her part. Okay, she's good. It seems to be abyssal. Wait, no, it's not abyssal. It's It's deep speech.
Oh, even better. Can you read this? No?
No, I have no idea.
Can you cast some kind of magic?
I don't believe so.
Anna, we're gonna get fucking killed by a succubus.
Look for, I don't know, someone?
Who speaks this language?
Not many people.
Good. Does Anna know who speaks this language?
No.
Good.
She's unresponsive.
Shit. Fuck. Well, I've lived a good life.
We might have a book.
Dude, I reach into the bag. Do we have a book of deep speech for dummies?
There is a deep speech for dummies.
Where the fuck did this book come from?
Every language book that we could from that one woman. We took in total 4, and of those 4, I rolled randomly. I'm not even joking. There's one that we haven't had to use yet. It's Goblin. There's one it's Goblin for Dummies. Infernal for Dummies. There was what was the one that we used in the Shadowfell?
I don't remember.
Celestial? Was it Celestial for Dummies?
Maybe? Potentially.
I think it was Celestial for Dummies, and then there's Deep Speech for Dummies.
My soul is hurt, but I agree because I have no choice. Yes.
Yeah, it was... Or was it Sylvan? No, it was Celestial. Okay, yeah, the 4 books that we have is the Celestial, which we don't have anymore. It was taken by, what was her name? The one that became the Husk.
Eris,
yep. Eris took it, so that way she could translate some certain things from the library. We have the Infernal one, clearly. We have a Goblin one, and then we have Deep Speech. So we have the Goblin, Deep Speech, and Infernal for Dummies.
Great. I'm adding that to the bag.
Yeah, I'm just going to specify that now.
They're in the miscellaneous tab next to the tooth.
Cool. Next to the tooth. Okay. So you're looking at it. It's really confusing. The characters that are in it all essentially congregate into a single thing. And the line work on it essentially is like intricate. There's lines that intersect down to like different corners of the page even. And looking at it, you can see that this is essentially you can only really translate a name.
All right.
And the name is it's for a chain devil.
Mm-hmm.
And look, it states it is harshed.
All right. I run back up to the bearded devil, dude.
As you approach once again, when you had left, all of his beard went stagnant once more in the position that it was when you left, not when you approached before. So it's like in a different position. Now that you approach again, they just start to flail around once more.
Why, hello, again.
I can't read it.
I'm not asking you to read it. Where can I find the chain devil harshed?
His eyebrow kind of raises. What do you need of him for this?
Yes.
You'll find him in the royal courts.
Okay, bye. As I go to leave, I hold my hand up to my chin, and I flail my fingers like a beard.
Oh my god.
Then I run away.
You can see, you can almost hear footsteps, and then it stifles, and he goes back to his position. can see, like, you look back, you can see his face just fuming. The beard actually like flailing even longer than it was before.
Oh god.
And then the timer goes off. Do you want to continue,
Nope.
or are you switching?
Yep.
Nope. All right. Being in hell sucks.
It's really bad.
It's really not fun. The first thing that you had us do was organize crap, and it wasn't fun. We didn't know where it needed to be, and we were just told what to do. So, of course, Ilinar is not going to give us direction on the language. Damn it.
What a mess.
I hate myself for even doing that. But it's what Ilinar would have done.
Oh, we're gonna die. I can feel it. This is it.
Yeah.
What are you altering in that? A bone
No,
double.
yeah. No. I was just clicking. Get the fuck out of here. We're not putting a bone devil in there. Get the fuck out. It's like, you want us to die? One turn. Fucking impaled.
Any of this would kill us in one turn. Okay.
I don't know if the chain devil would. What did I just do? Did I add
Flailing his chains. Getting
I don't know
restrained.
enough about chain devils. Are they really that bad?
They can restrain you, I think, on every attack.
Oh,
So, you know.
that's fine. I don't need to attack. I got spells.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I got protection from good and evil. That's gonna save us. Which you fucking wasted one of the goddamn holy waters for. We need those for protection from good and evil, and you used it.
We've got to hold this off till the end. We're getting an end discussion now. Sir.
Fine.
Mm.
Continuing on.
With the usual feeling that you get when you swap bodies, you, Anna, take over, and Jester is put in the passenger seat. He is terrified.
Okay. The Royal Courts.
Mm-hmm.
Do I remember how to get there?
Never been there.
But Jester's been there.
Has he?
Yeah, he was exploring before, and when he was trying to find Surok.
Shit. Yes. Roll an intelligence check.
That's an 11.
You know vaguely where it is.
I will just start to make my way there.
Alright, you head there. I assume rather quickly.
Yes, I don't want to be anywhere near any of these people, especially with what Jester did.
You get back to where you remember Jester being, and lo and behold, you have found the royal chambers. Standing outside of this grand silver door are two ice devils. One on either side, holding spears, and they look at you as you approach.
I'm gonna just hold the document directly in front of me, like fully arms stretched out, with like my head looking down. I'm here to turn in a document of demotion to Harsht.
Fine. With their other two arms, because they have 4 arms, don't they?
Ice devils? They're like weird insect things.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, let me get to the page.
They're
Pretty
creepy.
sure.
I don't like
They're
them at
not-
all.
They're super disgusting. Ice devils. They have 2 arms.
Oh.
They have a tail.
Oh, yeah, I don't like them. They disturb me.
Oh god, gross. Oh, they've got spears. Oh fuck, fantastic.
With their free hands, they open up the large double doors effortlessly. You believe that this door would have been impossible for you to open by yourself. It's a big fucking door.
I can actually see inside of it.
Inside, the interior is vastly different from everything else you've seen up to this point. The floor is polished. The walls are covered in beautiful art, like murals and such. There is a large wrought iron chandelier hanging from the ceiling with what appears to be magical orbs used instead of candles. At the far end, there is another door, and there are several more ice devils inside.
I don't see a chain devil anywhere.
Nope.
Is there any other doors other than the ones with the ice devils?
There is one about halfway down the hallway on the left.
I'm gonna go towards that.
Alright. As you approach, the ice devil, near it, holds his spear at the ready.
I'm just gonna hold the thing. Is this where Harsh's office is, or is there anywhere that I can find him? I'm actually gonna speak in a little bit of a deeper tone because we're currently as Ben and not the tiefling Din Anna. Is there any is this Harsh's office, sir?
Yeah. You're looking for Harsh, I take it.
He's got a letter of demotion towards some subordinates of his, I suppose.
Well, he's not in at the moment.
Well, can I leave it at his desk?
Hmm.
You can follow me in, see that I'm doing no funny business.
You know what? Sure. Do anything funny and I'll gut you.
I'm keeping my other hand up, and my one hand will go down. That is the only thing that will be happening in this altercation.
He pushes the door open and gestures for you to go first.
Alright, I will easily go first.
He follows behind you, and with every footfall, the ground shakes ever so slightly.
Oh my god, he's so gross and blue.
You can hear his mandibles clacking.
Oh god, gross. Disgusting. I hate those so much. They're the worst things of an insect, I swear. I'm just gonna go up to the desk, or so what does this room look like?
You travel down a long, winding hallway. There are a couple more doors, all guarded, of course.
Oh god.
He leads you to a door about 3 down on the left. He pushes the door open. Inside is just a rather plain office. There is a run-of-the-mill desk. In the corner there is what appears to be a breaking wheel.
A breaking wheel?
'Tis an old medieval torture device.
Oh, where they would strap him to each corner and then just twist
Yep.
the gauge?
Yep.
Oh god.
It appears to be there more as like a set piece rather than actually used.
Intimidating.
There's nobody else in the room.
Other than the dude behind me.
Yeah, the ice devil points, and you can see his arm like extends way over you, like way up above you, and he points to the desk and says, "Put it there. I'll take you back out."
I will just walk forwards with my other hand still up. I'm gonna place it, turn it so that way it faces faces towards where he would sit, and I'm just gonna walk backwards with my other hand up. Believe me, I don't want to do this more than anyone else.
I'm sure. Hey, I don't recognize you. Are you new?
I'm from I work for Ilinara. I just came in a few days ago and just doing my job. She was told me to deliver these 2 documents of demotion. One was to Surok and the other one was to Harsht. That's all I know.
Working for Ilinara, are we?
Yes, sir.
She goes through slaves faster than, well, anybody else I know.
Which is why I'm doing my job as best as I can.
I give you maybe 3 weeks.
Hey, that's longer than I gave myself.
Cute. He pushes you out of the room.
Okay, thank God. I don't want to get the hell out of here. Fucking God, this place sucks. It's also a maze, apparently. Like, do I even know how to get back here, if possible?
You know how to get back to the building. To get back to a specific room that you know, I'd make you make an intelligence check for it, I
I'd have to
guess.
probably figure out how to get there, okay.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it was like several different hallways, and then just a specific door in a hallway of doors. Oh. Good to know, I suppose, at least.
So he leads you back to the main hallway. Before you go, what's your serial number?
I just show my armband.
He pulls out a fairly large clipboard and jots something down.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to keep track of who comes and goes.
It makes total sense, sir.
Mm-hmm. Now get out of here. Tired of looking at you.
Yes, and I will fucking haul ass. I will calmly leave, and then when I'm out of sight from any ice devil, I'm hauling ass.
Just running full sprint.
Fucking, I don't even know where I'm running. Just getting the hell out of there. Ugh. Okay. Well, Jester was told to go back when completed, so I'll head back to Illinara then.
Alright, you spend about maybe 30 minutes getting back. It's a pretty fair distance, especially navigating through all the foot traffic.
Fun.
You get back to Illinara, open up the door to the archive, and you were the first one back.
Oh, wow, really? Oof.
Illinara is sitting at her desk. She has her feet up on the side, legs crossed, and she is flipping through a book of some variety. Ah, why hello.
I'm gonna go back to my my Anna voice. Hello. Glad I made it back safe. I was a little risque there, here and there.
I'm sure. How was your trip to the royal quarters?
It was interesting. It was not what I anticipated. Is that where mind me asking, is that where you go to sleep at night, or is it just for other specific individuals?
The only people who sleep there, quote unquote sleep, are, of course, Zerial.
Oh.
Yes. What did you think? It's the royal quarters.
I don't know what I thought, to be honest. As from player to DM, I thought it was the royal court.
Oh,
court.
Same.
Not quarters.
Same. Same building.
Oh God. You know what? That would actually make sense. It would absolutely actually make sense. They just pull a fucking judge when he's got the time.
Yep.
Fair enough. Makes total sense. I thought it was just a courthouse.
Is that how you do things up there?
Keep the judges that live there in the courthouse? No.
Well, we don't do much judging here. That's more of the second layer's job.
Yeah, I would assume that it's more for just formalities amongst higher rank.
Yes, that and violent murder. So, run into any difficulties?
Other than the ability to very vaguely read one of them, yes. Other than that, we didn't run into anything. I was curious, though, how exactly are you and your brother able to know of us, even that we've changed our shape.
Well, I don't mean to sound rude, but to us, you all look the same. So we tend to look at what's inside.
I'm sure you got an eyeful for sure.
You are quite the mess.
My apologies. Other than that, Surok was very agitated at the time.
He is always upset.
Seems like an angry man.
Yes.
Is there anything that you would require of me?
Make a charisma saving throw.
There it is. I was waiting for it. I mean, I'm still charmed, but I don't know if I can be charmed again. That's not very good. That's like 10, not even 8.
Just add her to the list of things you've been charmed by.
The answer is 9. That is the total that we were charmed
I'm
by.
fairly sure that's a fail. They don't have their stat sheet open, but I'm
It's
gonna
not
go on a
going to
limb.
I'm going to go on a limb that's probably twice that. I think it's 15, but yeah. Alright, well.
Too far.
Wait, has it been 24 hours since she last charmed me?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes, because it's close enough, but I don't really think it matters.
That's fair. Then I'm probably not charmed by the other dude then, because that was pretty much immediately after.
Yes.
Okay. So, change to charms.
So yeah, you failed, and now you're charmed by Ilanara.
Cool.
She goes to put the book down. And as soon as the book touches the desk, she's beside you. Lightning fast.
I'm gonna just stay stagnant. Attempt to give no fear. I suppose I wouldn't have fear, but still.
You are quite interesting.
I have been told.
She traces her index finger down the side of your face.
Creepy. Internally, well, externally, I guess I have to be fine. But internally, I'm like, what? God. I don't know why I feel so weird about this. I've had to do this all the time for Ryder in the other game. I don't know why I feel so weird about it now. I guess it's because I'm a player and I'm feeling it. Also, I think it's because of how weird it is.
It's pretty fucked up. You know, normally, I would just end you. But I've grown, dare I say, fond of you. So, for the time being, and because my brother insists, I will spare you.
Thank you for your kind benevolence.
She leans in, kisses your temple. Doesn't do anything to you, just kisses.
I was about to say, do you have to make a Constitution saving throw?
Doesn't do anything, just kisses your temple. Well, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
As do you, ma'am. If you need anything, I am on beck and call. And I will walk away. Getting the fuck out of here, too. Get the fuck out of this godforsaken fucking realm. Hate this. Hate everything here. Hate everyone. I'll go find the Araness that has my stuff.
Alright.
I'm genuinely gonna go do. I'm gonna try to fucking leave.
You're actually gonna try to leave?
Yeah, I wanna get out of here.
Alright. So, you step out. Make a perception check.
Okay. Not my strong suit. 19.
With a 19, you spend the better part of an hour, maybe hour and a half, looking around the sections of the city that you know, which you assume to be near the center of the city.
Yes.
At first you're fairly distraught that you can't seem to find her or anybody matching her description. Any sort of airness. Just when you're about to give up, you spot her wearing your cloak, kind of like a scarf across the center plaza. She doesn't seem to notice you.
Oh shit. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. I'm just gonna... Oh, God. I don't know if I should just approach. It's probably a terrible idea. You know what? It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm gonna approach her. More so, I'm just gonna I'm gonna approach and then grovel in front of her. Because I can't change shape, because it was already used.
We have
so I
two
have to wait.
uses of it.
Do we? I thought we only have one.
Pretty sure it's two.
I don't think so. Features. Change appearance. You can't use this trait to become quadrupedal, for instance. Oh shit! Actually, doesn't specify how many times we can use it.
Are you saying infinite uses?
I'm guessing we can.
Well, shit.
I thought we only had one. No, you know what that is? That's the unsettling visage we only have one use of. That's what we were getting confused.
I see. Alright.
So this entire time, we could have just been changing shapes.
We have just been limiting ourselves for no reason. Very good to know.
Fair enough. Well, let me double check through the handy dandy Google tool. Because maybe I just typed it in wrong. Maybe I just left out something important. Because that easily can happen all the fucking time. Changling. Change appearance. As an action. Nope. Wait. Nope. Yeah, we can just keep changing appearance.
Wow.
We are dumb.
Holy shit.
We are quite literally, really dumb. Like, this would have been so useful to use. We wouldn't have had to run. Like, this would have changed the beginning of the game.
We never would have ended up in the Shadowfell at all.
No. I would have gone down there and turned into, like, a child.
Oh my god.
And been trapped here for days, blah, 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 blah. Well, now we know. And now, rather than being trapped in Neverwinter, we're fucking trapped in hell.
Very good. I am so pleased. Fuck.
Fantastic. Should we put the limiter that we can only use it twice?
Sure, I guess.
Let's change that to 3 though.
Alright, works for me.
Just the ability to change your form all the time seems a bit excessive. It's like having the ability to alter self indefinitely.
True.
I think that's a little bit too strong. So we'll change that to 3 times. So that way we can make it somewhat, not crazy. Okay. Then, I guess what I'll do is I'll go try to find somewhere that is not visible and change back into Din Anna, the tiefling version of us.
So you duck into some desolate alley between a building and like a support structure for the next tier of the city. And there's no one around, so you just shapeshift into Din Anna, the dummy that I remember. So happy that she's back.
Look, I've had to get rid of the ditzy form anyways, so...
So, you make your way back into the courtyard. She is still there, looking around.
I'm gonna approach her.
As you
Ma'am, I
get within,
believe... Oh, sorry.
as you get within like 20 feet, she just turns to face you. Ah, there you are.
Hello, ma'am. I'm here to deliver a message.
Surprise me.
Perhaps we should talk somewhere else so I can deliver this message.
Fine.
It's from Ilanara.
Where do you suppose we shall talk, then?
Is there any, like... is there any buildings that we can just enter
There are a lot of buildings. You're not quite sure which ones you're allowed into.
What suitable location would you like for this message, ma'am?
Give me your hand.
I will raise my hand out in like a flat palm, essentially.
She grabs your wrist, her wings extend, and she
God!
takes off.
Oh, God.
She brings you up to a rooftop.
This will work, I suppose.
Well, it's the best I could do.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like it here.
You came willingly. Did you forget that part?
I know. Honestly, it's not too bad, but I feel like I might have gotten mixed up with the wrong group of people.
What did you do?
Like I said, I have a message from Ilanara. That's not true. I'm more or less working under her and her brother.
She starts laughing, like uncontrollably laughing. Oh,
I know I'm up Schitt's Creek. I know. I've been told by another bearded individual.
you are an idiot.
I have done what I can. At least I'm on her good side. She didn't kill me today.
Did she give you the whole, oh, you're too important to me and my brother. Oh, I would never hurt you. Did she give you that speech today?
That's much kinder than how she phrased it. It was more or less, for my brother's sake, I'll spare you. But yeah.
Yeah, how do I put this? You're, gonna get viciously murdered.
You know, I never really trusted them to begin with.
I'm sure. Well, what do
They are
what do
very
you want me to
persuasive,
do
though.
about it? I assume you want some sort of deal?
Well, more or less, I would like to extend my hand in assisting you in that previous discussion we had.
Refresh me. I have been quite busy.
Internally, like it's only been 24 hours, but fine, that's fine. I can tell you what you wanted me to remember.
24 hours
but...
in hell.
In hell. That's very true. I suppose 16 hours of that was me waiting in line to get branded. You wanted to... I'm gonna kind of lean in and whisper. Be on the higher up scale of your list?
Yes, I remember now. Yes. Well, you have proven yourself to be an idiot.
I have, but a very useful idiot.
In what way?
Well, I've gathered a lot of information and used that to stay alive. I've seen a lot of important figures, and I can potentially have more knowledge based off of dead individuals. So if you're looking to try to uproot someone standing, potentially through an unjust way that they had, maybe they killed someone wrongfully, or they need to be killed. I'm a very powerful individual as well. In my own way, mind you. You've kind of determined that there is a second person, like I talked about on the bridge. Or not on the bridge, on the boat.
Yes.
Well, I'm not wrong
No,
about that.
as we've been talking here, I have been rummaging through.
Oh, it's a lot.
It is quite a lot. Tell me, how is it that he is... Let me do the math here. Over 100 years old.
That's news to me. It's over 100 years old.
Sure seems to be. But he should be dead. In the back of your mind, you hear Jester. I told you, I was in that hell prison for a very, very, very long time.
See, I didn't believe him. He likes to joke, lie a lot, so it's hard to believe him. But I guess he's telling the truth this time, on the rare occasion.
Jester replies, wow, I'm hurt. And then goes silent. The Araness smiles slightly. I might have a use for you. Maybe. But before all this,
I'm
I don't
willing to
think
do
I have
anything.
given you my name, have I?
I did not ask for it because I felt it was unjust of me, being a slave and all.
You are nothing but a dirty slave, but a useful one. And potentially a slave no longer.
That is my goal, ma'am. Far beneath you, but not my current stature.
Yes. My name is... She goes blank-faced for a second, and the illusion breaks down. Turns out you're just playing a board game.
As he's looking through the book, looking for a name for an Araness.
My name is Izith.
Izith. Alright, I thought so. As a player, not as Anna.
Good.
No, yeah, that was easy. That was what I had essentially surmised through potential readings, but not. Sometimes it can be different.
What about Asheris?
There's plenty of people that it could have been. Never mind. Moving on. That's for the end
Yes.
discussion stuff.
Yes.
End discussion stuff.
Shit, you're right.
Yep. Sorry, it's difficult. I always want to talk, but we gotta stay.
Gotta stay on point.
Stay on topic. Well, pretty sure you quickly realized, but my name is not Din Anna. It is Anna Dinhart, and
Wow.
the other side of me is Jester.
May I offer a suggestion to you?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're coming up with a fake name, don't just rearrange your actual names.
At the spur of the moment, it fits.
Oh, I should have thrown you into the lava. Whatever. It's fine. Yes, so, it should be no surprise to you that I wish to climb the ranks. Yet, I am totally incapable of killing a pit fiend by myself. And I highly doubt you will be of much use in that front either.
Which is why we must uproot his power.
Exactly. Now, you seem to be in a primed position.
Am I?
Do I have to spell it out for you? Fine. Whatever. You work in the archives, which is the only place that can file letters of demotion.
That's correct. Now, this also is going to be very useful, because thankfully, and I do mean this in the best way possible, you didn't take the rest of my belongings. And from the bag, I'm going to pull out my forgery kit that I keep on hand.
Maybe I was wrong about you.
I am a very master forger. I have created several documents to get, as before I had stated, I was just a simple lawyer back at home. Simple was less of the terms. I would create false charges, would create falsified evidence, and would create false testimony. All very professional grade.
Are you sure that you don't belong here?
See, I don't, because I just don't like it here.
But you
I may
act
be
just
similar.
like us.
It's true, but at the same time, I'm changing, not so much changing, more so adapting to the environment. I haven't had to use it too often, but on most cases that I would seem fit, that's when I would use it. And this is one of the prime times to use it.
Now, is that what you truly believe, or are you lying to yourself? It's neither here nor there.
It's not useful in this current situation of uprooting a very large official.
The only issue is that it must actually be signed by Ilinara. There is no way around it.
Well, then the next time, Today we just signed a lot of documents, and they were thrown out, burned, and such. There was a pile that was meant for her to sign. I'm not sure if she signed them yet, but I can create a falsified document for the demotion of this individual. They were signed to their leaders, though, or the higher-ups to them, and that was the demotion for specific people. I don't know if that changes matters or not, or if there's a different process for even higher-up individuals.
Well, because of the significance of this potential demotion, we would need the signatures of both both dukes of the first layer.
You wouldn't happen to have something signed by them, would you?
No. Obviously.
And who would the dukes be?
Well, those would be the people directly underneath Zariel. So that would be Bel the Pit Fiend, and Oroz the Greater,
Batezu.
Yes. Those two.
Okay, so we need signatures from Bel and
Oroz.
Oroz, which are dukes of this layer.
Mm-hmm.
To demote a different pit fiend. Now, is that pit fiend a difference in strength to Bel, or is it a
Well, the pit fiend we are looking to usurp, as it was, is Gandalf.
I had a feeling you were gonna say Gandalf because it was so close to Gandalf.
He serves directly under Oroz.
So that would make more sense then, that he would be demoted. So how do we get the Dukes to sign off on a demotion for Gandok?
Well,
Or do we just somehow find a way to forge their signatures?
apparently, you are a fool. You see, the higher-ups don't sign with penmanship. They sign with their blood. Right there, on the page. They just cut their hand and bleed all over it.
I see. Well, this is a good and a bad thing. Because ultimately they were not going to sign on a false demotion.
Yes. I suppose that's correct.
So, because the demotion would easily have to come from Oros, and if he didn't create it, then obviously it was fake, and then we would get smited.
You would. I have no part in this.
True, I would. I'm going to restate that. I would get smited, which I do not desire. So the alternative, if being signed by blood, is the only option. No forgery possible, other than to take the blood.
There is that option, which might have worse repercussions later down the line, as it would be a falsified document. And if they caught on, which I'm sure Oros would, there might be some issues.
The other alternative that I can even only possibly surmise is to take the blood from a different document that they signed and compile it.
That, or the third option, we attempt to persuade Oros to remove him himself.
Do you have a means of potential reasoning?
We might be able to convince Gandalf to try to overthrow Oros.
I see.
And then, lo and behold, I swoop in, help kill him, and maybe take his place.
So rather than usurp him through politics, you usurp him through deceit.
Yes.
That would work far better than trying to trick a Duke of the Nine Hells.
The only issue is that Gandalf is notoriously meticulous. Not impossible to persuade him, but quite difficult.
What does Gandalf exactly do?
He is one of our generals in the Blood War. Not a well-renowned general, but a general nonetheless.
Just question for you. Do you know how the war is going?
I think
Is
you
that
might have a
common
better
knowledge?
idea than me.
I do. Is the knowledge of the Blood War common?
Fairly common, yes. I would dare to say that about 85% of the people here fight the Blood War.
Okay. Well, my limited knowledge currently is that there's only hundreds of thousands of death on both sides.
That does indeed sound like a Gandalf strategy.
Of throwing bolstered numbers at each other?
Yes. It works, but it's not ideal. I'm sure you understand.
I'm sure, yeah. I could try to find more knowledge on the Blood War in the archive and find some potential way to... Or maybe... So we need to trick Gandok into essentially staging a coup against Auras.
Yes.
He's meticulous.
Yes.
Is he malevolent?
Hmm.
I broke my fucking accent there. Is he malevolent?
Yes. Well, I say yes. By your standards, probably. By ours, kind of, I suppose. He doesn't torture, if that's what you're meaning.
No, that's not it. I was trying to surmise if he's an individual who would even try to stage a coup.
Oh, darling. Everybody here craves power.
That would make sense. So, with that, then we could, It's unideal, but we could try to find some way to entice him. Say that Auras at this time is weakened of a false story or a folklore of sorts, spread rumor. If Gandalf catches wind of that, then he might go to investigate this. Where he investigates, he finds proof, planted by myself, that Auras is weakened at this time, and he stages a coup to usurp him.
You see, for the first time, Izith gets a very wicked smile on her face. Oh my. Yes, I like this plan quite a bit.
Now, the archive is general knowledge where most of the those of the royal court and quarters go to gather their knowledge, correct?
Yes.
Then I have easy access for planting. Now the question is what do we spread? It has to be believable.
Well, Auras is a very adamant individual who enjoys fighting. So he is constantly either engaged in combat in the Blood War or training with other powerful individuals in the city.
Okay. Perhaps something involving the Blood War would not function, as Gandalf would probably have vast knowledge on what goes on in the Blood War. If Auras, let's say, was wounded, say that the demons on the opposing force brought forth this abyssal creature that took him by surprise, gravely wounded him, and only those that trained with him even know about it.
I like it.
Now, what proof do we plant of that? How do we prove that he was this quote-unquote injured of sorts? Auras is a... What kind of being is Auras?
He is a... I'm sure you've seen Horn Devils.
I have, yes.
He is...
Well, I've seen Surok.
He is significantly larger than that. Similar in, I suppose, shape. But much larger, much more aggressive, and much more cunning.
Then let's change taken by surprise. Let's say there was a defective individual on his force. As cunning as Oraz is, he would never surmise a betrayal of a devil to attack him when in the Blood War.
Who do we frame for this?
Well, the one that was framed, we can say Oraz murdered at the time. Obviously, being much stronger of sorts than that lowly creature, he easily decimated them and they were wiped from existence. So necessarily we don't need to frame someone, unless you have someone in mind.
No one else who would suit this situation.
Exactly, I only know of a small imp man, and I don't think that he would be doing anything. I don't think he would be able to do anything to me either. So, maybe we say that he was just dissolved to time after Oraz learned of the betrayal.
I like it.
Maybe what we do is we do frame someone, and we make them disappear ourselves.
Who did you have in mind?
There's this, I'm not too sure who would be, strong enough to pose a threat to Oraz. I doubt many, but they don't necessarily have to be too strong, as they have betrayed him.
Make a intelligence check, or history check.
Oh, history. That's a natural one.
You have no idea who fights in the Blood War. You just assume that it's fiends and demons. That's about all you know.
Well, then I'm just going to continue saying what I was saying. There's a bearded devil that perhaps could pose a threat. Not too keen on exactly who would be the best to pick.
Oh, bearded devils aren't powerful enough to do anything like this. Don't be silly. They are fodder, I suppose you could say. Maybe a horned devil?
Does Surok work on the, Ooh. Surok is a person that was just seen today, though. Maybe someone who works beneath Surok.
Surok commands a battalion of horned devils. We might catch one alone. They are notoriously lazy individuals. Probably would not be best to go after Surok, as he works directly under Bell. So, I value my life.
That is very fair. So, if we targeted a horned devil that worked under Surok, that would give a fair chance to at least wound Oraz. Not murder, or at least critically wound, but just wound him enough to where it could pose a threat to his own constitution.
Yes.
And then based off of that, we plant the evidence of this horned devil being eviscerated on the Blood War's battlefield.
Yes.
And when that, if Gandalf catches wind of the rumors that Oraz is wounded and goes in search of finding evidence of who wounded him, or searches for an individual that vanished on the battlefield, he would find it in the archive, believe the rumors to be true, and then try to usurp him.
And then I come in, help
You come in.
Oraz destroy him, and then lo and behold, I might be promoted to his old position.
Correct. And you would bypass straight beyond any others that were above you.
I would be third in line of the first layer.
That is quite powerful, I'm sure.
Yes, quite. And then you, because of my higher position, I would be able to hand-pick you from your current enlistment and move you somewhere less dramatic.
That would be greatly appreciated. Do I get a feeling that she's lying to me?
Make an insight check.
I'm going to also use my channel divinity to gain proficiency in insight.
Go for it.
Let me just mark it off quick. Features. Okay. Insight. Oh, that is super good. That is super good. Super good. Oh, I had proficiency in insight anyways. Redact that. 22.
She is, due to her nature, a notoriously hard person to read. But you have spent enough time through this conversation studying her movements and her facial tics and stuff, and you are 100% certain that she is telling the truth.
I was waiting for you to tell me that she was telling me a lie. I was like, well, what the fuck do I do now? I would have to go with it anyways. I'd have to be going on into a losing battle. Okay. So we have our plan. Now, the next step of that plan is to make a horned devil disappear.
What do you mortals do when we appear? How do you deal with us normally?
Do I know what we usually do if a devil appears in the material plane? I don't think we've ever encountered one.
No. Make a intelligence check with advantage.
Oh, that was pretty good. That was even better. That's a dirty 20.
Damn, nice. The normal thing to do when any sort of fiend arrives in the material plane is to just throw very powerful people at it until it dies or leaves. There has never really been a definitive way to kill them quickly.
Do I know of any ways that make it more difficult for them? Rather than, make it easier to kill them, but just make it more difficult. Other than the protection from good and evil.
Second. I must look at their stat block.
Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to read up some of my other spells I could potentially know that might be able to help this.
No.
Okay.
They are just generally very strong.
Well, to make a horned devil disappear, generally in the material plane, they just attack it till it dies, and then comes back here. The only other means of that is to banish such a creature and they come back, but other than that, if it's from this plane, that's not going to work.
Alright. Well, in that case, I might have an idea that you will not like, and I will have to get back to you.
Well, take your time. Though I do not know how much time I have left with Ilanara.
Just tell her that I have claimed you.
I will say those words. I must say, though, she is very persuasive.
I can tell by the look in your eye and the slight amount of drool pouring out of your mouth.
She's so beautiful. She's so pretty.
She holds up her hand and mutters something under her breath, and you feel less inclined to.
She's so
deal with
beautiful
her.
and so pretty. But she ate a person in front of me.
Yes, she is a bad person, as is her brother.
I mean, we all are kind of bad people.
They are.
It's kind of like calling the kettle black as a pot.
What is a kettle?
Never mind. Beside the point. Take your time, and I'm sure your words will sway her and her brother from too much harm. And I will do my job dutifully, and should I wait to plant the evidence?
I'd say plant it sooner rather than later.
So I should plant, because we got rid of, in the same kind of documents, we had some that stated if someone died, we were to sign it and burn it. I don't know if that goes anywhere, but if...
No, 'tis just ceremonial pomp.
I can forge a document of similar stature. I can write an infernal, if that would be more persuasive on that. I'll write it out. I would need a horned devil's name. I don't know any that work underneath Surok.
What was his name? There was a smaller one who wasn't quite as strong as his counterparts. I do believe his name was Nazeth.
Nazeth. That makes sense. I can do that. I can forge a document of similar stature. Those ones are easily more signed with just pale blood. So... Okay, I'll plant what I can, and hopefully we don't have to write through it too fast. The pile was nearly a few feet, like 1.5 feet tall of documents, so it might take some time before that has to be burned.
You could just burn it yourself.
But if I burn it, then how would Gandalf see it? He has his ways?
Yes, quite.
Then I can do that. I can easily do that before Ilanara even recognizes it. I can forge it before going in there and just sign it beforehand and burn it.
We are going to have to remove him. I am going to have to make a trip to, well, the machinist.
Machinist?
Yes.
Do you require my assistance in that?
No. I will require you later, but not presently.
Very well, then I think we have our plan.
Yes. It has been quite enjoyable so far. Though,
I'll be honest, it's been nerve-wracking, but we have a very stable plan. As long as we keep to it and we do it dutifully.
Oh, and if you are discovered, best of luck.
I do not know you.
Nope.
And in that moment, I'm switching bodies. I think this would be far more funny if that were the case. Oh man, this is really terrifying. Oh. But I think this plan could work. As a player, I don't know what the DMs, what either of us will do to either counter it or make it worse or something. Ugh.
I have ideas, but it depends on if I'm DM at that point or not.
Right, exactly. That's the horrifying part. It's like, I might not even be a part of it. Might not even be the one in control. Oh, God.
Yes.
As I'm fading, though, I'm going to just tell Jester to grab the cloak. All spectrally. But, oh my god. So, as a player, I don't know what a Horned Devil's stat block is at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they're terrifying, though.
They are CR 11. Pretty much impossible to kill without magic weapons.
For us. With us.
For us, probably. For us and her, probably not.
Yeah, they're stronger than her, yeah. No, just a little bit weaker, I suppose. Depends on how you see weaker.
Ever so slightly weaker, I guess. Technically, she does more damage?
No, because she does poison, and he's immune.
Very good.
So, in reality, no. This is, that's an unwinnable fight for her. Because he just does way more damage than her.
Yes, that's why we're there, to even the playing field.
That's what I thought was coming. Well, she's immune to poison, too. And I think she has more resistances. Nope, they're resistant to the same thing. Yeah, they're resistant to literally exactly the same thing. Funny enough, Horned Devils don't actually know common.
What? Shit.
They have telepathy, though.
Oh,
I assume that's fine. And I would imagine a higher-up Horned Devil probably knows common.
I'm assuming they would.
Yeah. We're going to get a lot of rules wrong, so just ignore those. It's not important.
It's whatever we need them to be. It's more of a guideline than anything, really.
Look at it this way. We are one person in hell.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to need to bend some rules to live. Like, we would have already been dead otherwise. Like, the succubi would have just murdered us instantly. In any regard.
Yeah.
Hell, a bearded devil would kill us.
Yeah, none of these fights are presently winnable.
No. The bearded devil, I would have a chance. Protection from good and evil, I have a chance of it not being able to hit me.
We could kill an imp.
Oh man, that imp would have been obliterated. I was thinking you were going to kill him in the street.
No, come on. A slave killing a fucking devil in the street? Don't be silly.
Well, I mean, I suppose. I guess the way that I always imagined it is it's just constant war, but they have to be civil, and they have to do workarounds, otherwise they're just going to get murdered.
Mm-hmm. They are
just be utter chaos.
They are, imagine, the most corrupt politicians imaginable, and they are just there at war with a different nation, and they're constantly trying to one-up each other.
The more I look at ice devils, the more terrified I am of them.
Oh, come on, they're beautiful. Look at those beady yellow eyes.
So weird. Why are they that?
I
Doesn't
don't
make any
know.
sense.
I have no idea.
It's like they're fucking just insects. They're just bugs. I don't understand how they're devils. They just look like bugs. Except they have dragon tails. It's so weird. Chain devils just look like people, so...
Yeah, all chained up, flailing.
Yeah, they're fine. I think the one that's even more terrifying than the ice devil, though, is the bone devil. Easily.
They're fucking scary.
Yeah, they are nightmare fuel. Bone devils, honestly, probably give us more of a chance to fight than anything.
That poison, though.
Yeah, the poison's really strong. Oh, there's no saving throw to have the poison. It's just to not be poisoned. Yeah, never mind. That's also everything that we could attack is gonna kill us. That's why we're gonna need the Araness to just hold the Horned Devil off.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to kill him, can we stuff him in the bag?
I mean, might take a while.
His horns would be too wide. His wings would be too wide.
He is a big boy.
Yeah, he himself is a large fiend. His wingspan has to be bigger than that. His wingspan's got to be like 20 feet per wing.
No, more than that. Easily more than that.
Per wing? Like a wingspan of 40 feet?
Well, he himself is large. Large creatures are what? Like 12, 13 feet?
Yeah. I don't know the body structure for wings.
It would have to be bigger, because birds' wings are fucking gigantic, and they're pretty light.
That's true.
And looking at the wings in that picture, if they're to scale, that would easily be about 40, 50 feet per wing.
Jesus. So, story-related talk. I'm glad that you caught that we both had the same idea to make both the succubi and incubi just there to kill us.
Yep.
Like, I was like, all right, they're here to kill us. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They're absolutely just tricking us to try to kill us. But at the same time, I was fucking charmed every goddamn second, so I couldn't think about it. Each of them, like, just charmed me in different ways. It was so frustrating. I was just like, I can try to get past this. I can try to get past this. I can't try to get past this because also I don't have a way to remove charm. I have a way to remove curses, not charms.
Yeah, I had nothing planned for them. They were kind of throwaway characters who just kind of needed to be there when we first got here. So.
Yeah, I liked them though. I liked how we kind of used their characters.
Yeah, was good.
Yeah, because so far I think they're the only succubi and incubi that we know. So
far.
Because they're higher up, but they're not nearly higher than like the Araness or anything.
They'd be same tier as Chain Devil? Like in that range?
I think they're higher, technically. Looking at the chart that we have, they're slightly above. They're just below Horned Devils. So they're only like 2 tiers higher than Chain Devils. So not too high.
They're way weaker, though.
No, God, no. Are you kidding me?
They couldn't fight any of these. Are you kidding me?
A succubi?
Against a Bone Devil or something? They just like...
A Bone Devil, maybe not, but a Chain Devil, absolutely.
Maybe.
I forgot the page for... I think it was like 280 something. 283.
285.
Yeah. They've got some pretty high resistances. Like, the things that, they are significantly weaker. And I suppose they can't charm them. Which is the main issue with a succubi. Because you can't charm a fiend, right? Like, that's not a humanoid. It's not a humanoid.
No, yeah.
So, I suppose... At this point of the video, everyone, if you guys wanted to tune out, you could. We're just going to be talking about mechanics, essentially, with how we've been playing things out and just stuff like that. We're not sure if we're probably going to continue. It's 4 in the morning now.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of late.
We'll probably call it here, and this would be a pretty fun just discussion. We'll keep that going. But if you wanted to tune out, feel free. Thank you, everyone, for listening so far.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Or day, or whatever. Huh.
Yeah. I'm still just recording because sometimes just mechanic talk is always fun.
Yeah, it is always good.
Oh God. Why did we come here?
To avoid Strahd. That was the whole reason.
Why here, though? Of all places.
I don't know. We both agreed to come here.
I was like, I'll follow you. And you went like, oh, we'll go to hell. And it also didn't help that you trapped me when I was flying around. It's like, oh, there's Tiamat in every direction.
Where else would we
You
go?
described it as 2 different dragons.
There's 3 dragons just chilling. You couldn't see their bodies. I'm pretty sure I told you that.
Yeah, you told me there were bodies there. I was like, oh, I'm not going to get closer to them.
I don't know. Where else would we have gone? The Abyss? Mount Celestia?
There. Back to the Shadowfell.
Just go back.
Like, yeah, fuck it. We've been there for long enough. Ugh.
Like, there is no circumstance where he would have not found us. So. We definitely would not be allowed in, like, the good aligned places. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. Anna is still technically evil.
I think Jester is too.
Though it's slightly changing. It's getting closer to neutral. Maybe not gonna survive here staying neutral, but you know. We've done some nicer acts, like, you know, giving food. I mean, yours was to kill someone, so, you know.
I mean, I'm still chaotic evil, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, I'm neutral evil. She's there to take what she wants, but she'll follow some rules to do it, break others. We could fight spined devils.
The fuck is the spine devil?
CR2.
Boy, you never know. Might kill us.
I mean, their worst attack is their tail spines, which has fire damage.
It's not ideal, but it's not that bad.
No, we can take a few of them. They're pretty weak too. Like their armor is only 13 and stuff. I'm just looking at things that we could possibly take. God, Lemures are so terrifying. They're just sludge monsters. They look like muck. They really just look like muck.
Yeah, with
Pokemon.
Fucking human teeth.
Do they have human teeth? Oh God, they do.
It's terrible.
That's even worse. What the fuck is that? All right, I don't like them anymore.
Oh.
They have more health than imps do. They have a CR of 0 though. Oh, it's literally because all they can do is just punch. That's it.
They do. Never mind. I misread that.
Did you think that they had regeneration?
Maybe.
Yeah, no, they come back after they just endlessly continue to die. That's their fate.
That's nice.
I think we could take a pit fiend. I think we could.
I mean, just look at him.
I mean,
definitely.
What's the worst thing he has? You know, it's got a mace that does 48 damage on average.
Oh fuck, it does. I didn't see the extra fire damage. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, his mace does 36 points of damage on average.
What about the that there bite?
Oh yeah, the bite. Yeah, we'll just die. That's fine.
Casts fireball at will.
Here's the thing. He does 4 attacks.
Has a fear aura. So good.
Yeah, there's no way of like CR of 20. Like there's no fucking way. Like you haven't seen Critical Role. You haven't gotten to that point. They fight a pit fiend in the future.
Oh my.
It's a fight. It's a fight. Because oh God, do you even know anything about their, because you got up to the point before they go to.
Don't out me. Don't you dare do it.
Never mind. I know that you have. I know you haven't done certain parts, but
Keep
it's
it
just too
vague.
much time.
Keep
It's
it
just
vague.
so much time. It's so difficult to listen into so long of things.
It is.
I listen to it at work, so I've been able to listen to it 2 times over.
I don't have that luxury.
Yeah, you don't. Technically, I shouldn't, but I break the law, so you know.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Oh man, I'm surprised we've lived this long.
Unless we really fuck it up, I don't think we're gonna die.
No, I think we'll be fine. We have technical protection from the incubus and succubus for a certain time. We now have protection from Izith, the Araness, and now that that Anna has knowledge on what those documents look like, she can just forge one, and we'll have protection from that too.
Yes. The biggest hurdle is going to be eliminating that horned devil.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because yeah, poison ain't gonna be doing too much.
No.
The only thing that we have going for us is if the Araness takes the brunt and we just pelt him with magic.
Our very limited supply of magic, which I can't say.
I mean, we have quite a ways that we can just kind of fuck with him while we can stay away from him.
Fair.
I can change up my 4th level spell slots. Yeah, you can do your 1d6 sneak attack damage.
Hell yeah. Whittle him down slowly.
Look, that'll actually be pretty useful. If you have a way to shoot him with something. We have a light crossbow, so
Do we have
if
any
you don't want to
bolts?
cast a spell. Yeah, we have bolts.
How many?
I mean, we probably have enough for like a few.
Okay, thank you.
I'd say like probably at least. I don't usually keep track of ammo. I just think it's annoying. But I can understand the need for it, especially in our circumstance. Being in hell, we're not going to have too many of them. I would say we've probably got like at least 10.
Fine. It's not that many, but fine.
No, it's enough though. Like how often are you going to be not casting like a cantrip?
I have no idea. Not often.
Yeah, because our cantrips are way better than a light crossbow bolt is. Like our cantrips do 2d8, at least 2d whatever damage, while our crossbow is going to need to hit to do a single d8 plus our dex.
Yeah.
For you, it would be a d8 and a d6. Like even then, it's still not that viable.
I have. Sorry, I'm looking at my equipment page, and I have a electric triangle. Apparently.
Yep.
Where did this come from?
This was the so when you seduced that one woman back at Neverwinter, you took random ass things. You took all the language books that she owned. You just stuffed a bunch of books into it. You also took the nearest trinket that was nearby, and that's where the electric triangle came from.
Very good. I just love electrocuting myself every time I play it.
Oh boy.
I'm proficient with it though.
Yeah, it's a musical instrument.
Yes.
Technically.
Good.
It'll just hurt every single time.
Worth it.
My plan for if we were to try to fight is to probably put Death Ward on us.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
It's probably more useful that way. It's either that or use Spiritual Weapon at 4th level. That's a tough choice.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because the thing is how often are we going to be hitting him?
Hopefully a lot.
I don't actually even know what his AC is. As a player, I won't know. I'm keeping that to myself. But we're both pretty good at not metagaming. So
Yeah, 18.
oh my, that's pretty hard. I'm still on the fence about it though, because every bonus action potentially having an additional 2d8 plus whatever our stat is against him. That's pretty useful, and it's force damage, so it's not reduced.
No. Depends
thing
on
is
the
that-
situation, I guess.
Yeah, because Anna really likes consistently keeping like Spirit Guardians and having another weapon out attacking him,
Mm-hmm.
while just keeping defense on herself. It's something that she really wants to just keep going. Like Sanctuary, I'm pretty sure isn't concentration.
Don't
No,
think
it's not.
so. Yeah.
It's not. So what she was consistently doing is just like spiritual weapon. Next turn, doing Spirit Guardians, which keeps concentration, does damage to anybody within 15 feet that she designates. And then just putting Sanctuary on herself, so that way people have more difficulty hitting her. Now the issue is that what she would want to do is have protection from good and evil on herself, though.
You and all your
So-
concentration spells.
I know.
Disgusting.
There's so many useful ones, but they're so important.
I know.
Like,
So good.
having protection from good and evil is so detrimental. It's just like, oh, they have disadvantage on everything attacking us. It's like, that's so important and needed.
I don't know if it'll really matter with these people.
I mean, yeah, but we have an 18 armor class.
Plus 10 to hit, though.
That makes it 40% likely they're going to miss.
Yeah.
Rather than, and with a disadvantage, they have a 10% chance of getting below a 10. Or actually, they have a 5% chance of, or 50, what's that? So it's like, they have a 25% chance of getting below 10. No, I'm doing my math wrong, I'm stupid. So normal D20 roll,
Mm-hmm.
they need to get an 8.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get below an 8. So that is 7-1, so that's 75%. No, that's they have basically 60% chance to hit us
Yes.
with every attack. With disadvantage, they have 50% chance of getting below that again. So it's 1/4 chance that they're going to get above 10.
Sir, it is too late for
50.
math, but yes.
I'm a probability individual. So this is why I'm of the knowledge arcana.
Mhm.
I have to have math.
Fucking nerd.
I know, I'm a huge nerd. That's why people would hate me as both a player. But I would keep this to myself, so that way I don't annoy the shit out of people. But essentially, they have 25% chance to not get above a 10. Or they would have a 25% chance to get above a 10. Which raises our odds significantly.
Yes. Thereabouts.
So if they get 7, then they'll miss us. The other thing is, too, is that we also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. So,
Also very, very good. Not totally important for a horned devil, but good. Gonna possess us with his demonic stare.
I mean, look, he's pretty terrifying.
Look at that beard.
He does have a beard. I thought it was the shadow. That is absolutely a beard. That is funny as hell.
Never really used any fiends in my previous campaigns.
Yeah, neither have I. Neither have I.
But
you guys have seen, mephits, but those are elemental, so.
I remember. I remember that day well. Wasted a second level spell because it was fucking immune to fire. He didn't know that. I did.
Yeah. I mean, if it's what you're commonly using, then you're commonly going to use it.
Yep.
That's how you not metagame, which annoys me that some of our players kind of do. But
I
I keep the important segments of it pretty tamed. Like if it's a conversation between two people that someone wouldn't generally know,
mhm.
then they're not gonna know it.
Or you
And
just change up the stat sheet and give them different vulnerabilities, etc.
yeah, stuff like that. Like super important stuff. I'm gonna actually have people stand up from the table and leave the room, so that way I can actually have the conversation with that person on on record, essentially still.
Yeah.
So that way the audience can still listen to it. But regardless, meld into stone. It's gonna be the best, so that way we don't get murdered at night.
I mean, unless they know we're there, and then they just, insta kill us.
Well, they can't see us unless they use magic to actually see us. It's not like an illusion, so True Sight's not going to show it.
Want to bet?
You want to bet? I mean, as far as Anna understands. But yeah.
I would say impressed with the plan, but that's not quite right. More relieved that something was able to be made with no planning beforehand.
Foundation was built. Like, ugh.
I didn't want her to interject too much because then I'm just making a plan basically by myself, and that's annoying.
Yeah,
it annoys me.
It's difficult when it's like, but that's the issue, right? There's only two of us.
Yeah.
So if we're not making progress, then we're just stuck, and we're gonna need some kind of guidance to get through it. But generally, I think we're both pretty good at making our own plans and kind of just going.
Yeah, our plans never ever go according to plan ever.
No, because the other DM knows of the plan, and I don't actively go to counter it.
No,
I don't. But I still go with what I previously had planned, and if something happens to cross it, then there you go. Especially
for things like the Strahd encounter we had just before we left the Shadowfell, I had intentionally made him kill everybody. Like that was always on the table for me.
Oh, I figured as much. I was expecting everyone to die, to be honest. Anna wasn't, but I was. Yeah. Whether I had plans of keeping them alive or not, I was like, they're probably gonna die. We're dealing with Strahd here.
Yeah. I had no idea what the fuck we were going to do with them, even if we got them out.
No, I had no idea either. I was honestly just going to have them go off, do their own thing, be like they're exploring the life that's not Shadowfell.
And no one made it but us.
Yeah. Just so the audience knows, essentially, I already previously explained this on the last episode, or yeah, at the beginning of the last episode. We went through the Shadowfell, and Strahd had been a very annoying figure. To go into specifics, there was a woman that we had first met while there. Her name was Eris, and she had given us a plan of we needed a map, and from that map we could establish that we could find a different portal to leave and all that stuff. Leading into this, we found out that she was a vampire husk, a homebrew individual who is essentially just an embodiment of a vampire.
Basically like a thrall, but they lack any sort of free will or semblance of life.
Yeah, like they're completely dead on the inside. It's a vampire essentially controlling a husk, more or less. And they don't have like the magical properties or anything, but they have the power behind them. Mm-hmm. So that was interesting to find out from talking to a dead person. We found out that Eris was a vampire husk. And, yeah. So then Jester murdered her.
Well, disguised as the...
yeah, quote-unquote murdered. She was already dead before that, but...
Yeah.
And then from there, we made it to the Shadowfell version of Waterdeep, using the Waterdeep's well that is the portal between all dimensions, apparently, which I had no knowledge of. Mr. Mason over here to tell me about it.
Wow, outing my name. That's fine.
I mean, it's been outed several times on the
Has it?
normal session.
That's
so,
fine.
Yeah.
I don't honestly care.
I mean, I've already said where I basically live.
Oh, well, look at you. I don't know your address, so I mean, I can't do that. That'd be rude.
It's 7-7. That'd be stupid as all hell. I'm not that big of an idiot. But no, I think this is a good enough point. Basically, we made it to Waterdeep. Everyone was murdered, and we escaped by ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Then we
And I
came.
had full intention of bringing them after essentially bonding. More out of spite, though. She wanted everyone to escape just to be a nuisance to Strahd, because he was fucking with us.
For a very long time.
Yeah. Essentially, he threw Jester into a mental prison, like what was revealed in this session, for literally decades, like a century long, nearly. He was just imprisoned in a mental block that, for half of it, he stood in front of a rotting kid. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but regardless, I think this is a good point for us to end it.
Yes, I am incredibly tired. It is incredibly late.
It's 4:15, so you should get to bed.
Probably.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you very much. Until next time.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye-bye.